Would you talk a little bit more about those 7 to start with? Because it sounds like pretty important in education.
Right. In no particular order, because they're all equally important. You have what we call assimilation. So this is your ability to pull nutrition out of your food, to pull oxygen out of the air, to assimilate those building blocks that you need to have a healthy body. You have communication, which that's things like neurotransmitters and hormones that are the ways that the body communicates between cells. You have what we call biotransformation and elimination, which a lot of people would call detoxification or detoxication. And so this is how do we get rid of our wastes. We have transport, which in our country, this is probably one of the biggest things that affects people, because this is your blood vessels transporting oxygen, transporting nutrients, transporting wastes out of the body, as well as the lymphatic system, which is really about collecting the wastes. It dumps it into the bloodstream, and then it gets processed either by the kidney or the liver and so forth. We have structure. So this is obviously your structural strength of your skeletal system. We have membranes. So these are the surfaces between cells and as well as inside of cells. So, for instance, many people now have heard of mitochondria. This is the little powerhouse inside your cell that turns your food into energy. Well, it has membranes, and those membranes are absolutely essential to what happens, because the membrane is actually the real brain of the cell. So we kind of used to talk about DNA or the nucleus of the cell. That was what we kind of thought of as the brain of the cell. But in reality, it depends on what the cell allows inside of it to determine what turns on or doesn't turn on the genes. And so that is a membrane function. We have energy. So again, that basic energy production. Nothing happens in your body if you don't have energy to fuel it. And so whether you're talking about fighting infection or eliminating wastes or making neurotransmitters or whatever it happens to be, you've got to have the fundamental energy currency of the body being made from your food. And that is actually called ATP. That's how everything gets done.
Get all that working correctly and you have optimum health, basically, right?
Right.